Two members of the House of Assembly got into an intense exchange of words on Tuesday, so much so that Speaker of the House, Honorable Roy Harrigan, had to call a recess. Representative for the 2nd District, Honorable Avon Christopher, and Minister for Education and Culture, Andrew Fahie, again clashed over consultancy spending in the Ministry of Education. One consultancy in question is the Virgin Islands Neighborhood Partnership Initiative. Pastor Claude Skelton Klein was the consultant hired for that program, who has declared that he is challenging Honorable Christopher for the 2nd District seat in the upcoming general election. At the beginning of the proceedings, Christopher inquired about a report from the ministry regarding a consultant whose name was not mentioned, who was brought into the territory to review the education system. Christopher also complained about missing appendices from the report on the Virgin Islands Neighborhood Partnership Initiative. Honorable Fahie said he could not comment on the consultancy that is in court. However, information was furnished for the other consultancy, which is the Virgin Islands Neighborhood Partnership Project.
Mr. Speaker, the consultancy in this budget has the fund appropriated, Mr. Speaker, is huge sum, and to have all these contracts given in the House of Assembly cannot account. We all have to give an account of our stewardship, and we need to know if we got to give approval for additional money in these programs. And I can understand, Mr. Speaker, what the military secret is about all of them, but the information is necessary. It's important to me, and it's important to many other persons within this country.
I really thought this chapter was over. But I want to say that any information that any member of the Honorable House asks for, they must be given. That is a law. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say that the information is regarding the Ministry of Education. And the Permanent Secretary is the one responsible to report to the House. It is my understanding the information was provided. I will not sit here, Mr. Speaker, and let the Honorable Member make a loose statement that monies were allocated to this House unaccounted for. And I will not sit here, Mr. Speaker, and have a loose statement that consultancy monies were allocated huge sums and not unaccounted for. The information regarding the Virgin Islands Neighborhood Partnership Project, as far as I know, was provided. The information I received it just like everyone else. I really thought it was in depth. If appendices were missing, Mr. Speaker, your kind office will have to explain that, because as far as I know, all was given. In terms of the other one, Mr. Speaker, it was reported in the same document. I read it clearly. It is in English. It's clear that the other one was a legal matter. And there are rules in the Honorable House about matters that have a legal nature. Mr. Speaker, the government is in a dispute with certain things with the consultant, and it is a legal matter. That is clearly spelled out, Mr. Speaker, in the documentation.
Honorable Christopher then went on to say that the minister is responsible for the ministry and not the permanent secretary. And it was at this time that Honorable Fahie interjected and both members were on their feet. That's when the Speaker of the House stood up and told them to sit.
And Mr. Speaker, let us not be too technical about it. This house operates by rules, Mr. Speaker. And the guiding rule of this House is the standing order and also the Constitution of the land. And from the Constitution, it tells me that the minister is responsible for the subject that is under him. I never come across any place that tells me the permanent secretary is responsible. And for the administration of his office.
This is not a debate section.
Okay, Mr.
If there's
Speaker,
information being requested, he has to get
Mr.
it.
Speaker,
The member is unjustly trying to play something
Mr.
in misuse
Speaker,
the Constitution.
I am not
and I'm not
unjustly.
going to stand here anymore with it.
If the minister,
Could sit, please? Okay. House is going to have a 5 minutes recess, please.
When the House resumed, the Speaker said the issue should be brought to a close, and whatever is outstanding, he will try to see if he can have it included in the minutes for the next meeting of the House. He said the issue has been dragging on too long.